start tonight with meteorologist Conrad Sapinski for a first glance at the forecast. Conrad, as we head into the work week, what should people be expecting?
Yes, Kyle, I'm excited. Our first official day of spring is tomorrow. Today, though, it was looking beautiful out there. Lots of sunshine, just a couple passing clouds. Overall, though, good amount of clouds. Good amount of sunshine. Temperatures, though, have been well below average. We're only hovering close to the freezing mark today. Right now, though, same story. We're pretty much clear. Temperatures have finally dipped below freezing. Now, lots of clearing. Just a few passing clouds in the UP. Maybe a couple of flurries there, but in general, we are in the clear. Winds are starting to calm down as well. A 12-mile-an-hour breeze here now in town. 7 in Eagle River, Land O'Lakes, same story. Look at Anago, though. A pocket of some pretty breezy conditions. 12, 13, even 14 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds. Wind gusts closer to 25 to 30. So not looking as windy as it did 24 hours ago. Temperatures, though, have finally dropped below freezing now, so things are refreezing. Be careful if you are traveling, especially by those morning hours tomorrow. We're looking at temperatures that are going to continue to cool off, hovering close to 17 degrees. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. Tomorrow is the first official day of spring, marked by the spring equinox here in the Northern Hemisphere. The equinox occurs when the sun crosses the celestial equator, going south to north. On the March equinox, the Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere receive roughly equal amounts of sunlight, with neither hemisphere being tilted more toward or away from the sun than the other. The word equinox comes from the Latin words for equal night. And if you got spring fever, then maybe you should consider getting outside in the garden. Tomorrow, Hanson's Garden Village will be hosting a first day of spring talk. It will take place starting at 4 p.m. Those in attendance can expect to hear an informative talk about new plants that Hanson's is excited about, as well as some tried and true varieties. The talk is expected to last just about 1 hour. It is free, but Hanson's does ask that you RSVP by calling the number seen on your screen. Local radio station WHDG 97.3 held their annual Hodag Band Pickoff Contest on Saturday at Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander. This year, the day-long event featured 5 different bands. Radio station host Mike Mahalik spoke with Newswatch 12 about the variety of talent that came out to perform.
We've got 5 bands here this afternoon. Rhinelander, Exeland, we've got Like the Flambeau, we've got Madison. So a lot of great talent, and as you can see, this room is jammed.
The 5 bands competed for the spot to perform in the pickoff that will be at Hodag Country Fest in July. Mahalik says that with how long winter has seemed to stretch on, Sunday's event helped to bring people together.
Look at the weather we've had so far this winter. Most of the snow and the cold has come in the month of March. It's a great time to get out, and we got a beautiful sunny day today, and I think a lot of it is from the energy here.
The bands that performed Sunday were Trainwreck Jukebox, Ember, Matthew James, and the Rambo, Jumbo Jimbo, and the Dog Bones. Ember took home the top spot Sunday and will perform at Hodag Country Fest, which takes place this year from July 6th through the 9th. This Tuesday, Northern Pines High School will be the site of the second annual Books vs. Badges charity basketball game. It will take place at the field house, with tip-off taking place at 7 p.m. As the name suggests, the game will be between local students and area police and sheriff's departments. All proceeds from this year's game will go to the Danny Rue Spees Memorial Scholarship Fund. Besides from the game, there will also be several contests, door prizes, and raffles. With the snowmobiling season coming to an end, an area snowmobile club is reflecting on how they worked to keep people safe and maintain the trail system. The Frosty Snowmobile Club in Land O'Lakes, which has just over 300 members, emphasized safety by putting out videos and encouraging people to, quote, ride right all throughout the season. Club President Phil Mendham said this year the snow was very consistent, making for great and most importantly, safe riding conditions.
Snowmobiling in Land O'Lakes and in all the Northwoods has been probably the best year we've had. We had snow early. It's very important to get that Christmas, New Year's week. A lot of people are on vacation that week. Mother Nature was kind of a bummer President's Day weekend, but she's more than made up for it lately.
Mendham told Newswatch 12 that Land O'Lakes prides themselves on maintaining trails in Wisconsin's far north. He says this allows snowmobilers to experience the different areas of the Northwoods as well as the UP.
Every club does a great job, including our trail boss, groom every day, 7 days a week, and keep smooth trails. People love the nature, the beauty, and they keep coming back. The people around here are nice to snowmobilers, and the snowmobilers are nice to us.
The club's trails will close on March 31st. Menhem says this will allow the group's trail crew to finally rest and recover after the long season. The Tomahawk Figure Skating Club wrapped up their final show of the season today, performing the good, the bad, the end. The club has 45 members, with each one of them working extremely hard over the last 5 months. They do this by learning new skills, developing old ones, and working on show routines. Aaron Ray, the president of the club, says it's amazing to see how much these skaters have grown in one season.
It's wonderful. My daughter's been in skating for a couple years now, and to see just the growth in her and all of her friends and the new skaters that come on the ice and by showtime can put on a little performance is great.
Sunday's show featured more than 30 routines. Aaron added that it takes a lot of discipline to be a figure skater.
I definitely could not do what these kids do. Their talents amaze me. They're great at, getting up after a fall and just keeping going and getting it till it's right.
All the proceeds made from Sunday's show will go towards maintaining the ice rink at Sarah Park Arena. And the Knox Creek Heritage Center in Brentwood held their St. Urho and St. Patrick Day celebration on Saturday. Organizers say there was a great turnout despite the cold and windy weather, with some folks driving from as far away as Merrill and Hazelhurst. Saturday's celebration is one of 4 of their annual fundraisers. The center is ran by a group of dedicated people to preserving the heritage of the pioneers that settled in the Northwoods. For 39 years, the Wausau Antique Show and Sale has been one of the most consistently popular events in central Wisconsin, attracting people from outside of the area, including from as far away as Indiana, Illinois, and even Michigan. Each year, the show features rare items from the 19th century. Organizer Audrey Hansen says some people use this opportunity to teach their kids about the past.
Some of the customers bring in their children, and it's a history lesson for them. Like, you'll say that there used to be wooden telephones, they have no idea. A dial, they have no idea. It's a history lesson, and people learn from this show.
Audrey told Newswatch 12 that 39 years ago, there were only 20 dealers. The event this year had more than 50. She hopes that the antique show continues to grow even bigger in the future. On Tuesday, the Lincoln County Board will hear a report from the Ad Hoc Committee on the Pinecrest Retirement Home. The report will include points on how Pinecrest operating costs have exceeded revenue since 2014, along with what the future of the facility will be. After the report is given, there will be time for public comment. Tuesday's meeting will take place starting at 6 p.m. at the Lincoln County Service Center. And staying in Merrill now, the Merrill Fire Department has put into service some new equipment. According to a post on Facebook, the department installed a scooter ramp, which they say will help to safely transport their large diameter hose roller to a fire scene. They also installed a pull-out canopy on their mass casualty and rehab trailer, which they'll help keep responders and victims out of the elements. And all throughout this week, Newswatch 12 will be airing a series of special reports on the Oneida County Circuit Court judge race between current Judge Mary Burns and District Attorney Michael Sheik. Judge Mary Burns was appointed to the bench by Governor Tony Evers last year, following longtime Judge Patrick O'Mealy's retirement. District Attorney Michael Sheik has been in his position since 2012. This past week, both candidates came to our studios here for a one-on-one interview about why they chose to run.
I'm very honored to be the judge here, and I intend to stay a long time.
It wasn't an aha moment, but I thought I can offer this to Oneida County, and so that's what I've decided to do.
That's just a sneak peek at what viewers will hear throughout the week. The first of our series will air Monday on Newswatch 12 at 6, where viewers will get to know Judge Mary Burns, followed by an introduction to Michael Sheik on Tuesday. And this is a reminder that the spring election is just over 2 weeks away. It will take place on Tuesday, April 4th. Polls open around the state at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Some of the races on the ballot include, of course, that Oneida County judge race, as well as statewide races, including for Justice of the Supreme Court. To find polling place information and what is on your ballot, you can go to myvote.wi.gov. Coming up next, Conrad will be back for your full forecast heading into the work week. Plus, we'll have a look at this weekend's box office numbers. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12, proud to serve Wabeno and communities all across the Northwoods.
Wisconsin seniors depend on Social Security, but extremist Dan Kelly doesn't care about them. Kelly wrote that Social Security was similar to slavery. And Kelly insulted seniors by writing that those on Social Security are, quote, people who have chosen to retire without sufficient assets to support themselves. Do you want a radical like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Wausau Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our unique doctor-supervised program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back safely, naturally, and effectively. If you'd love to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no drugs, no hypnosis or surgery, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I've lost 70 pounds in 30 inches. I know the secret. I feel great now after losing the 70 pounds. I can do stairs. I don't have pain through the day, through the night. As a breast cancer survivor, I knew I needed to lose weight to prevent future health issues. I feel great, living each day with hope for my future.
For your free private weight loss consultation, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695. We know the secret.com.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Welcome back, folks. It is middle of March right now. Spring is 3 hours away, technically 2 hours away, and we do have around 22 inches of snow on the ground right now. Wausau, 16 inches. Even Green Bay, where the Packers are the hometown of them, 3 inches, so not looking too bad. And then just south of the Rapids, I'd say, barely any snow. Look at Madison into Milwaukee, pretty much near zero snow on the ground right now. Just a little bit of snow in spots here and there. Overall, though, and not looking too bad. Right now, though, it's not snowing. We do have lots of clear skies, a couple of clouds up north into the UP. But overall, though, here in the Northwoods, we are in the clear. Not much going on across the United States. A little low-pressure system is developing in the west right now, producing some rain all the way from Vancouver to Seattle to Portland and down all the way through California, San Francisco into L.A., but that's going to last actually for the next couple of days, and then things will finally start to clear up. That system is going to make its way into our area by Tuesday into Wednesday. So Tuesday afternoon, we're going to get a little bit of snow picking up in intensity Tuesday night into the morning hours on Wednesday. Then some lingering snow showers Wednesday into Thursday. By Friday, we are in the clear. And then once again, by next weekend, maybe into Monday, we're looking at a little bit more snow on the way. I know it's pretty much spring. Where are these warmer temperatures? It is windy out here, though. We did have some pretty gusty conditions earlier today. Now we only have a 12-mile-an-hour wind here in town, 13 in Wausau, 10 in Mosinee, 12 in Stevens Point, same thing in Anago. Wind gusts closer to 25 to even 30 in some spots, of course, in the UP. Those wind gusts by the lake are much, much stronger than that. But really cold temperatures made its way all the way down south Atlanta into Nashville, Tennessee. I know a lot of the spring breakers were like, hey, you know, we're going to go down south, maybe enjoy some warmer temperatures. Well, if you are close to New Orleans, northwest side of Florida into Atlanta and Nashville, Tennessee, it's cold. There's actually some freeze warnings out right now. Places indicated here in the purple into even northwestern part of Florida. Can you believe that? Wow. It is middle to almost end of March, pretty much spring, and we're still talking about a frost into Florida as well, even some freeze as well. Temperatures earlier today here in town around 34. Anago had a pocket of colder air. Overall, though, we are near freezing, slightly above in some spots. There were a couple pockets of warmer air. Same thing with the colder air. Our average should be around 40 this time of year with an average low of around 19. Look at 2012. 78 degrees. Wouldn't that feel amazing outside right now with some sunshine? Right now, though, not 78, but 28. That's the temperature outside. Here in town, 26 in Eagle River. Arborvita, 29 degrees, and closer to Wausau, 31. We do have a little bit of a breeze, so it feels much cooler than that. In the teens, even a couple of single digits. Our future temperature does show lots of cold air will be sticking around with us for quite some time. The next several days, the next week, even into next week, we're looking at below average temperatures. Tonight, though, temperatures will be at around 17 degrees. Increasing clouds and a light breeze. Our 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, does show some snow back in the forecast by Tuesday, mixing with rain on Wednesday, and then lingering snow showers by Thursday. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. Another weekend has come, and that means another big budget sequel hit movie theaters. How the latest do? David Daniel has early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
You're an interesting man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania made $4.1 million for 5th place in a domestic total of $206 million. 65, the only non-sequel in the top 5, took 4th place on ticket sales of $5.8 million. Creed 3 spent its 3rd round in theaters in 3rd place, earning $15.4 million.
This isn't like any other Ghostface.
After one weekend on top, Scream 6 fell to 2nd, but made $17.5 million for a 10-day domestic total of $76 million.
The wizard gave me superpowers. Well, then everybody got superpowers.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods opened with $30.5 million, far less than the $53.5 million debut of the 2019 original, but easily enough to top the chart. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, coming up next, we're joined by Mohammed for a look at some of the biggest headlines from around the world. Mohammed?
Thanks, Kyle. Coming up after the break, tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of the beginning of the war in Iraq. We'll have a look at that, how the war impacted foreign policy here in the U.S. I'll have that coming up.
Expand your outdoor living space and get 11% off all concrete landscape blocks from Menards. Check out our great selection of patio blocks. Get 4 12x12 patio blocks for just $5 after rebate. Continue your outdoor renovations with Forever Green Crabgrass Preventer and Fertilizer. Designed to prevent crabgrass from growing on your lawn, a 32-pound bag of Crabgrass Preventer with Turf Food Fertilizer is $19.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Good news! This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes, and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Now get a 2022 Explorer with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Get your tickets today to meet the Packers on the 2023 Tailgate Tour. Simply scan the QR code on the screen to purchase tickets. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northwoods is hosting a great Futures fundraising event at the Lakeland Aviation Minocqua Airport on April 14th. This fun-packed evening will include activities, food and drinks, door prizes, a live and silent auction, music, and Q&A with the Packers. For more information, go to bgcnorthwoods.org.
Sheriffs like us from around the state are supporting Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Justice Kelly's opponent, Janet Protasewicz, is a Milwaukee County judge with a long history of letting dangerous criminals back into our streets.
Directly undermining the work of our officers and putting your family at risk. We can't afford to have judges who put their own agendas above the law. It's time we start prioritizing justice again, not politics.
Vote Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Welcome back. Let's take a look around the world now, starting first in the Middle East. Tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of the beginning of the Iraq War. Within weeks, Saddam Hussein's reign fell. The U.S. never found Iraq's alleged weapons of mass destruction, which was the original reasoning for the war. In August 2010, the last U.S. combat troops left Iraq, leaving behind a brittle, corrupt, and deeply flawed democratic regimen driven by sectarian tensions. The U.S.-led invasion resulted in the removal of Saddam Hussein, but also the rise of ISIS. South Korea's military says that North Korea conducted another missile launch today, this time a short-range ballistic missile. Japan's defense ministry says it reached an altitude of about 31 miles and it flew nearly 500 miles before landing in the sea between Japan and the Korean Peninsula. This follows multiple recent tests by Pyeongchang, including an intercontinental ballistic missile launch last Thursday. The test conflicts with ongoing military exercises between the U.S. and South Korea. A major earthquake has killed at least 15 people in southern Ecuador and northern Peru, with hundreds more injured. The 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck the region on Saturday. Rescue teams are searching through the rubble for any survivors who might be trapped. The quake damaged homes and buildings, which has sent panicked residents into the streets in a region that is home to more than 3 million people. One of the victims died in Peru, while 14 others died in Ecuador. Russian President Vladimir Putin made 2 unannounced trips this weekend to Russian-occupied areas in Ukraine. Putin first traveled to Crimea on Saturday to mark the 9th anniversary of the Black Sea Peninsula's annexation from Ukraine. He was seen visiting an art school and a children's center on the peninsula, later making a first-time visit to the illegally annexed port city of Mariupol. On Sunday, the Kremlin said the Russian president, quote, traveled around several districts of the city. The trips come days after the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Putin. He is accused of committing a crime, the war crime of, quote, overseeing the unlawful abduction and deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia. Kyle?
Thank you, Mohammed. When we come back, sports reporter Serenity Douglas will be in for a look at Newman Catholic's boys basketball state championship victory. We'll have that coming up after the break.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
How many times have you searched the same thing? What to make for dinner, kid-friendly meals, easy party food. Stop searching and look no further than the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with new recipes every day on Newswatch 12 Today and Newswatch 12 at 6. The Test Kitchen has you covered for every meal, snack, and craving. Now, how many ways can you say,
ooh, it's so good?
Mr. Food Test Kitchen, brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Rylander Cafe and Pub.
Get your tickets today to meet the Packers on the 2023 Tailgate Tour. Simply scan the QR code on the screen to purchase tickets. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northwoods is hosting a great Futures fundraising event at the Lakeland Aviation Minocqua Airport on April 14th. This fun-packed evening will include activities, food and drinks, door prizes, a live and silent auction, music, and Q&A with the Packers. For more information, go to bgcnorthwoods.org.
This week on Jeopardy, the competition's tough.
It's a smackdown?
Emotions run high.
Okay.
The surprises keep coming. And Ken hits all the right notes.
Bet you didn't think that was going to happen.
Plus, hip-hop royalty.
Here's Questlove.
This is a hip-hop tradition.
Don't miss this week.
That would be Disaster.
On Jeopardy.
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Transform the look of your home with 11% off all garage doors at Menards. Choose from our wide variety of colors and styles. Or design the perfect door for your home at Menards.com. Get this 9x7 garage door for $399.99 after rebate. Keep your home's exterior protected with Cedar Creek vinyl siding. This low-maintenance siding withstands the elements and comes in 16 colors ready to install. Get double white vinyl siding for $499 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Basketball teams from across the state have been battling it out week after week for the Golden Ball. The day finally came yesterday for Newman Catholic boys basketball team. The Division 5 state championship finale matchup was Newman Catholic and McDonald Central Catholic. The game was high-paced and very back and forth between the teams. The Fighting Cardinals were able to separate themselves from the beginning, but the Macs didn't let them get too far ahead, using their key playmakers such as Kenan Huss, but nonetheless, Newman Catholic knocked out the competition 66-54 to secure their first golden ball in school history. Mason Prey reflects on the magnitude of making history.
One of my trainers after our game yesterday, and he said they only remember you for the next one, and that one really hit me because if we lost today, no one would really realize that we made it to state. So just to be in the record book and to be a D5 state champ is just an incredible feeling.
Big congratulations to Newman Catholic on their incredible season and a stellar performance at state. Marquette sent Vermont packing in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Today, they look to do the same to Michigan State heading into the second round of March Madness. The Golden Eagles got off to a good start with a steal right after opening tip-off that would put them in the lead 2-0. But the number 7 seed Michigan State responded with an 11-0 run. Marquette wasn't able to come back and ultimately fell to Michigan State 60-69. The Golden Eagles hadn't advanced to the second round of the tournament play since 2013, where they saw the Elite Eight. They finished with a 29-7 record. The Badgers didn't make it to the NCAA tournament, but their season is still alive in the National Invitation Tournament. Today, they faced off with Liberty in round 2. They won 75-71 in a back-and-forth matchup. The Badgers will now move on to the final 8 teams in the tournament. Stephen Kraut and Chucky Hepburn led the team in the first half, producing 14 and 19 points. Hepburn continues to thrive in the second half, scoring 8 points in the back end. He finished with a team high of 27 points. The Badgers will take on number 1 seed Oregon in round 3. The University of Wisconsin hockey team played the NCAA title today. This is the Badgers' 10th NCAA national championship appearance and have won 6 times. They faced off with the defending national champions, Ohio State. The Badgers were looking to make it the 7th NCAA win. The Badgers lost 5 games in a row in early January, but made the ultimate comeback with the help of Coach Mark Johnson. Wisconsin scores the one and only goal with Kirsten Sims. Then Badgers goalie Cammie Kranish had 28 saves by the third period to prevent the Buckeyes from getting on the board at all. Wisconsin takes the national championship win 1-0 for the 7th time in program history and set a new NCAA title record. This is the 3rd NCAA win in 5 years. The Badgers also became the first unseeded team to win a national championship. The Wausau Curling Club hosted the National Club Championships March 16th through the 19th. Teams from all over the country came to compete for the championship and for the bronze. Today was the final day. Elliot Mansell from Denver, Colorado won 5-3 over Corey Ward of Eau Claire, while Mike Farbelow from St. Paul, Minnesota won 6-4 over Justin McBride of Urban, California in the bronze medal game. On the women's side, Cerie Palatino from New York won 8-4 over Ann Swisshelm from Detroit, Michigan. And finally, Cynthia Smith from Denver, Colorado won 7-2 over Mandy Hampton of Madison, Wisconsin. More after the break.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck.
For 25 years, Janet Protasewicz was a prosecutor, fighting for justice for victims of crime, helping people like her and him and them. She believes everyone has the right to a safe community. As a judge, Janet upholds the Constitution, and she fiercely guards our rights and our freedoms. Judge Janet will bring change to the court. A common-sense, impartial judge who cares about us. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Been daydreaming of campfires or time on the water? Start your summer plans by joining Schroeder's RV and Marine at their 28th annual open house, March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. They have over 300 boats and campers available. Shop the best deals on the best brands at the biggest RV and Marine dealer in the North Woods. Join us at Schroeder's RV and Marine for the 28th annual open house, March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. See you there.
Oh boy, she got another Wi-Fi device. Our network can't handle that.
What? It can't?
The router's gonna blow.
And what does that mean? We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die?
Not all Wi-Fi can be Spectrum Wi-Fi.
What's going on in there?
Spectrum Advanced Wi-Fi can handle up to 200 devices.
Goodbye, sweet world.
Get Wi-Fi you can rely on. Get Spectrum One.
Get your tickets today to meet the Packers on the 2023 Tailgate Tour. Simply scan the QR code on the screen to purchase tickets. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northwoods is hosting a great Futures fundraising event at the Lakeland Aviation Minocqua Airport on April 14th. This fun-packed evening will include activities, food and drinks, door prizes, a live and silent auction, music, and Q&A with the Packers. For more information, go to bgcnorthwoods.org.
Join the conversation when you're on the go. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date. Newswatch 12, from where you live.
Pretty cold out there right now. Temperatures are in the 20s to mid-20s in the Northwoods. Here in town, temperatures are in, I would say, around 28, 27 degrees. Still really cold for this time of year. Even the Wausau area has temperatures below freezing right now. Our snow depth, though, around 22 inches in Rhinelander, 16 in the Wausau area. Wow, it feels like January with all that snow on the ground. We are officially on the top 5 snowiest winters here in Rhinelander at 95.5 inches for the year. And we're just 4 inches away from getting into the top 4. So we still have a good ways to go, especially with a little bit of snow on Tuesday, especially Tuesday night, maybe 1 to 3 inches, and then more chances again Wednesday into Thursday.
Spring is finally here. Well, that's it for your local news around the Northwoods. Have a great night, everybody.